I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this.
Did you know that breast milk is uniquely tailored to a baby's needs and can change composition throughout the day? For example, breast milk produced at night can contain higher levels of melatonin, which is a hormone that helps babies sleep and relax better. It's like it's nature's perfect personalized meal plan. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Strength Classroom. Today I'm showing you my dynamic effort lower body movements, and it's going to be catered more towards conditioning. I really like that when it comes to the lower body. It's in my conditioning or GPP template, where you basically get a lot of work done in a short period of time. So I warmed up. This is like warming up my CNS, warming up my posterior chain, get my body thinking fast. I set an 8-minute timer and do as many sandbag over the shoulders as I can in that 8 minutes. You can do 8 minutes, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 20 minutes. It's completely up to you. Okay, what you want to think of is snappy hips, triple extension, and get your chest up. If your chest is not getting up and initiating some of the movement, it's going to be less explosive than desired. I have figured that out just from filming myself, just from having the intent of chest up, and it's really plays a role on how, let's say, snappy and how much pop I feel the clean or just the over the shoulder gets. You can see there's a little bit of distance between myself and the sandbag, and there will be less distance the less I use my chest. Then I moved into another, let's say, density set or density block, set a 15-minute timer, sumo deadlifts. So because I'm mainly doing squat variations on my heavier day, I'm mainly going to be doing a deadlift variation on my, let's say, lighter or dynamic day. So I got the green band set up, and sumo, I'm weak out of the bottom. So I just want to make sure I'm strengthening that area properly with lighter weights and making the top of the lift heavier, because I'm obviously stronger at my lockout than my deadlift, than the bottom of the deadlift. So that's 330 pounds with 140 pounds of band, makes it like 470 at the top. If you ever want to figure out how to measure your band tension, just get a fishing scale or a luggage scale. They're pretty effective and they're pretty cheap. I just bought 2 on Amazon for $20. And basically with this method, what you want to do is set the timer and get as many sets as you can in. So I did 17 sets in about 15 minutes. Really, deadlifts, it's supposed to be singles, but here I did doubles. And it doesn't really matter, realistically, whether you could do singles for bench, you could do triples for bench, you can do doubles, as long as you're being consistent and tracking. I remember reading something like Westside would do triples for bench because that's how long it takes to lock out a bench or something like that. But I just think the more stressful the exercise, the less reps you want to do. So deadlifts are more stressful, so you're going to do singles. Squats are doubles, and bench press you're using less muscle, so you want more volume. And plus, upper body just tolerates more volume in general. Here I'm doing some split squats, but some lighter split squats with my Kensui weighted vest. Go get you one. Strength Classroom is the code. And I have the nice setup. As you can see from my other workout, I told you when the pad slipped off. I have the kettlebell there just to weigh it down, keep everything in check, make sure there's nothing wrong there. This was a great variation. I might, instead of the barbell, just maybe put 100 pounds on my chest and then add a dumbbell, because this weighted vest, I think it goes up to 140 pounds, 160 pounds. I can't remember, but that might be a method I explore. If you know how to put this weight vest on properly, especially if you're putting the weights on the front and the back, it's actually not that hard to get on. You would imagine it is, but it's really not that hard to get on at all. So, like I said, instead of using the barbell on my back, I might experiment with this, especially for lighter weights. If I eventually start going crazy and start going over 2 plates and do less reps for like sets of 5, then I don't know if I want to load it up like that, but it's all about experimentation. Seated calf raises. Now, someone said, why don't you put a block underneath? And I don't feel like I need that. That added stretch has never really mattered to me. I might try it in the future. I'm not completely writing it off. But seated calf raises have always been more important to me than standing calf raises. I think it's because the seated calf raise, I think it hits the muscle called the soleus more, and that's really important for athletics. It actually produces the most amount of force in the entire body. I believe I read that somewhere. Don't quote me. It sounds nice in my head, whether it's true or not. And then because I want my spine more resilient with twisting and with martial arts and whatever, I really liked this variation, and I swear I made it up on the spot. I'm not saying I created this exercise, but in my head, I didn't know what it was. I've never seen it before. So basically, I'm twisting. And what's happening? The twisting. When I get to the end of the range of motion right there, in order to not over rotate, my obliques and my core and my hips need to basically have some reversal strength. So think about bouncing out of the hole in squats. Your hamstrings, your glutes, the back of your calves, they have to absorb that force. So this is very, very similar. I might fuck around with adding some bands to it, but I don't think that's necessary. That was a good exercise all in itself. And then finish off with some reverse hypers. I'm really hammering these things. It's definitely my favorite lower back exercise. Between this and the power pole attachment, oh, I forgot. I was just screwing around. I actually forgot to film the reverse hypers. I was like, let me see what this variation would feel like doing, like, let's say, a semi-standing hamstring curl. Results are to be seen. But that's it for the workout, ladies and gentlemen. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And as always, have a great day.